Today we are going to be reading the lowest rated books on my TBR and seeing if I agree with them, because people usually just only read the highest rated books and a lot of attention is not given to the lowest rated books. So we are going to see if I actually like the lowest rated books or if I actually agree with the general consensus and if I don't like them that much. So, we are going to be starting off with Fearful by Lauren Roberts. This is the lowest rated book on my TBR with an average rating of 3.33 stars, and it has 52,888 ratings. So, not a lot but not less too. So, this is like the last book in the Powerless trilogy. It is not actually a book, it is a novella, and this is from Kids POV, and it is a fantasy book. And if I finish this book, I'll be completed with the series, and this is one of my goals of 2026 to like complete as many series as I can, because I'm in the middle of like 18 to 20 series. I know that's a lot. So I won't be able to tell you the plot of this book because it will give you spoilers for the whole Powerless trilogy, and I don't want to tell you that. But we'll read the first line of the prologue and the chapter together, and the dedication too, I think, because I love the dedication of Lauren Roberts. So, the dedication is: to those fearful of falling in love or otherwise, you are braver than you know. Okay, see, I told you I love her dedications. The first line of the prologue says, "The dead struggle as though they have something left to live for." I love this. And the first line of the chapter 1 is, it is from Kids POV, and it is, "The plague burns down my throat." So, this is like between Kit and death, and that is all I'm going to say. I will update you once I'm like 50% of the way through the book, because this book is only like 277 pages. I could finish this book in a day if I wanted to, but my exams literally start from tomorrow, so I'm not going to be doing that. And yeah, that's all for right now. Okay, guys, I'm on chapter 15 of Fearful. I am exactly 156 pages of the way through the book, and this is so fast paced. I'm really enjoying it. But the characters slightly bore me, except for Mara. I love Mara, she's so iconic. One thing I don't like is that it is in third POV, third person POV in Mara's chapters, so I'm not really enjoying it that much. But whatever, I can't do anything. And of course, I love the cover too, so pretty. It is fast paced, it is making me want to finish the book. The chapters are kind of long, but it is a fantasy book. What else can you expect? And every time a chapter starts, there is like beautiful drawing of a flower or whatever you call it here, and I absolutely love it. So I don't have any other thoughts except we are getting to know a lot more about Kit, and I'm slightly changing my opinion on him. Yeah, I don't hate him anymore. So, well, that's all for right now. I of course love Kai. I of course love Payden. We met Mac. We slightly talked about Edina, who is like my favorite female character of all time. So yeah, that's all for right now. I'll update you once I'm like done with the book. And yep. Azur, Kai Azur. Guys, I finished Fearful like 2-3 days ago, but I did not have the time to update you because my exams were going on and I was stressed. So, up to the 75% mark of this book, this was definitely going to be a 5, not a 5 star, a 4 star. And then the ending went downhill. It went downhill so fast. So, I've decided to rate this book 2 stars. I hated the ending. I hated what happened to Kit. I hated what happened to Mara. How she ended the book, how she became a specific someone at the end of the book. And okay, slight spoilers for this book. So skip to this point of the video if you want to avoid spoilers. But how at the ending of this book, like Kai and Pei's daughter is like 17 and now Kai is writing her letters if he dies. What is going on? And how Mara is a villain now, how Kit and Mara don't end up together. It was just a whole lot of nothing and it was very, very messy and I hated it. So, 2 stars for Fearful. I kind of agree with the low rating now. I kind of understand why people do give this a low rating. So, that's for Fearful. And I, no, just no, I did not like this. Yeah. So, then the second lowest rated book on my TBR is With a Vengeance by Riley Sager. It has an average star rating of 3.37 stars and 64,481 people have rated it or read it, whatever. That is the second book we are going to be reading in this vlog. Let me bring my Kindle 1 second. First of all, let me say that I love the cover of this book. I just really like it. So, let's read the first line of With a Vengeance together. The train isn't empty, although it certainly feels that way. Okay, not that interesting, but whatever. So, I will update you once I'm like 35% of the way through With a Vengeance by Riley Sager. I have it on my Kindle. I don't have the physical copy of this because I usually don't prefer to buy mystery books as physical copies as I am never going to ever reread them. I've never reread a thriller book except for The Naturals by JLB. I really loved that book though. That is why I don't usually buy paperback or hardcovers of any thriller book. I'll update you once I'm like 35% of the way through With a Vengeance and I'll tell you my thoughts and all of that what not. Let's get started reading. Okay, guys, I'm on chapter 24 of With a Vengeance. I am 195 pages through the way of the book. The first like 30% was like really slow starting, so I was debating DNFing it, but now I'm glad I did not DNF it because there are so many things going on. It is grabbing my attention and I'm liking that. Right now I'm thinking this is gonna be a 3 star. The plot of this book is that it takes place in the 1900s. The main Actually, there is no one main female character. There are like multiple POVs. So, a girl called Anna, her family was murdered. So, the people who conspired in murdering her family, she has gotten all of the 6 people on the train that her family owned before her father was murdered. So, now she is trying to get all the 6 people to confess and stuff like that. It's fast paced. I'm enjoying it. Nothing else. The chapters are so short, and this book takes place in the span of one day. So I'm really enjoying that. My Kindle is saying I still have like 2 hours 30 minutes to read in this book, and so yeah, that's all for right now. I'll update you once I'm like 75% of the way through the book. I'm on chapter 38 of With a Vengeance. I am 278 pages through the way of it and 78% of the way through. So, I don't have any other thoughts. One of the plot twists that happened, I saw that in one of the Agatha Christie books I've read, which is like, and then there were none. I'm not sure if that is the book where I saw this specific plot twist, but I've read about it before, so it did not shock me that much. So, right now it is still a 3 star for me, nothing extraordinary. But yeah, that's all my thoughts. I have no other thoughts except that I just want to finish the book and get done with it because I want to know who's the killer and all of that stuff. So, who's the mastermind between all of that? So, I'll get to reading and I will update you once I'm done with the book. Yep. Okay, guys, so I finished With a Vengeance by Riley Sager, and I feel like I'm going to be rating that book a 3 stars because it was nothing extraordinary in my own humble opinion. Liked it, it was fast paced, but the first 30% had me debating if I wanted to DNF it. So, yeah, that's for With a Vengeance by Riley Sager. 3 stars overall. Would maybe recommend it if you want like a book, a thriller book, I guess. So had seen one of the plot twists in that book in another Agatha Christie book. So that's for With a Vengeance. Then as I said, I rated Fearful by Lauren Roberts 2 stars. Would not recommend personally because the ending just had me so mad. So that's for Fearful by Lauren Roberts. And yeah, that's for today's video. Comment the train emoji to let me know that you watched till the end of the video. So yeah, that's all for today. I will see you in next week's video and I love you all. Bye.